Well, the court haven't even established jurisdiction. I mean, in order for jurisdiction has to be established first. I'm confused about what's actually going on. First off, who's alleging these charges? That's what I'm curious about. There's
You
a
don't have
common law principle which states that for there to
it.
be a crime, there must be a victim. Corpus delicti. The state cannot be the injured party. And in the absence of a victim, there can be no crime.
I'm going to hold Mr. Garner in contempt of court. He is directly violating the court's order.
All right, folks. This judge absolutely loses it on a smug sovereign citizen. And honestly, it's hilarious. This guy is in court facing 17 charges. Yep, 17, and he's pulling the same old sovereign citizen nonsense. You know the routine. I don't recognize the authority of this court, like that's going to magically make everything go away. He's clearly got the whole script memoized and just won't stop talking, no matter how many times the judge tells him to pipe down. Do you guys think this guy is completely delusional, or is he just stalling, trying to force a mistrial or retrial? Let's dive into this sovereign citizen disaster and watch how badly it backfires on him.
Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
What is your middle name? Can you remove your hat, please? And your scarf. What is your middle name, Mr. Garner?
Errol.
Earl?
No.
Mr. Garner, do you want to offer on these or do you want to go to trial?
I would like to know what the charges are.
Okay. This is the city of Detroit versus James Earl Garner. Case number SP 11000435, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 116950. Those are driving license expired, misdemeanor, no insurance, insurance misdemeanor. Thank you. And an improper plate misdemeanor. All of them punishable by maximum possible penalty of 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines. SP 1169507, counts 1 and counts 2, expired license and no insurance misdemeanor, both punishable by 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines. SP 1169521, same improper plates, same punishment, $500 in 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines, maximum possible penalty. SP 1223079, driver license suspended. SP 127-37681, SP 129-27512. 3 of those tickets are all punishable by 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines. SP 1547006, counts 1, counts 2, and counts 3. Those are civil infractions. SP 1547407, counts 1 and counts 2. Count 1 being a driver license suspended repeat offender. This one is in warrant status, probably an old case that he didn't pay. SP 800104, counts 1 and counts 2. 1 being an unregistered untitled. He owes $1,194 on that. And SP and count 2 of that is a drove while license improper. It looks like he has a $114 fine on that. State of Michigan versus James Earl Garner, case number SX 36268561. That is a drove while license expired. And that will be $500 maximum possible penalty, 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines. Appearance for the record, please.
Sherika Harris on behalf of Mr. Garner. Mr. Garner, please state your name for the record.
First off, I do have a couple.
You got to state your name first. You got to state your name first.
No,
Let's start there.
Wait a minute, Ms. Harris. Wait a minute, Ms. Harris. I think Mr. Garner is going to represent himself. Am I correct, Mr. Garner?
I'm representing myself in what? I mean,
So this guy's facing 17 charges, and now he suddenly doesn't want a lawyer. Yeah, makes total sense, right? Honestly though, I'm seriously curious, how do sovereign citizens even end up thinking like this? Like, who's out there recruiting them? Is there some secret underground meeting where they all gather to practice saying, "I do not consent to being governed," and just cross their fingers? It's wild because the law literally gives you the right to an attorney, and this guy's standing there like, "Nah, I got this," while talking to a judge who's clearly had enough of this nonsense. But seriously, where do they even find this stuff? Are they binge-watching random YouTube conspiracy videos? Or worse, maybe they stumble across one of my videos and think this strategy actually works. Quick newsflash for anyone considering becoming a sovereign citizen: don't even bother. I've never seen one of these guys win a single case. Ever. Alright, let's dive back in and see how badly this guy's plan crashes and burns.
I'm confused about what's actually going on. First off, who's alleging these charges? That's what I'm curious about.
State of Michigan, City of Detroit.
Okay, well, if that's the case, there's a common law principle which states that for there to be a crime, there must be a victim. Corpus delicti. The state cannot be the injured party. And in the absence of a victim, there can be no crime.
We want to do
withdrawing my name from the record on that one. Thank you.
I know. How do you want to proceed, Mr. Garner? You set the matter. I'll enter a not guilty plea on his behalf. Give him a $0 bond. Either set the matter for trial, or I'll wait for the city to give you an offer. What do you want to do?
Well, the court hasn't even established jurisdiction. I mean, in order for jurisdiction has to be established first, and there's no jurisdiction established. And once jurisdiction is challenged, that must be settled before charges can be brought.
All right. Do you want to put that in a motion, sir?
As far as I'm concerned, any and all charges must be dismissed because there is no complaining witness, and the state cannot be.
I'm not gonna listen. If that's your motion, I'm gonna deny the motion. Okay. So all we're gonna do now, we're not gonna keep going back and forth. Either you take an offer or you set the matter for trial. Which one do you want?
Respectfully, in order for this to continue, there must be a complaining witness, and the state cannot be a complaining witness. Now, if I'm entitled to a fair trial, the law states there must be a victim. I'm just requesting, who is the victim? Who did I injure?
The citizens of the city of Detroit and the state of Michigan are the victims.
The state cannot be a victim. And if that's the case,
I said the citizens of the city of Detroit and the state of Michigan are the victims.
If that's the case,
Mr. Garner, can we just go into a breakout room and then maybe I can give you a little bit of advice to assist you with moving forward? Would you be agreeable to that?
Sure.
Okay, awesome.
Saying respectfully right before completely going off on the judge is not how that word works. This guy is way out of line. And honestly, Judge Perkins really needs to step in here. Like, come on, the judge is practically letting this sovereign citizen run the courtroom at this point. The guy's acting like he's in charge, making up his own rules, talking over the judge, just full-on chaos. And yeah, I know I've gone on my rants about Zoom court before, and sure, I get that it saves money and all that, but when it comes to sovereign citizens, they absolutely need to be in person. Because as soon as you get them in a real courtroom, with real consequences staring them in the face, this whole act usually falls apart. It still might hang on for a few stubborn folks, but let's be real. Most people won't have the guts to pull this stuff face-to-face with a judge. It's just way too embarrassing. What do you guys think though? Should the judge be more forceful, or is he handling it the right way? Let me know in the comments. Now let's dive back in and watch this mess unfold.
I believe he's ready, Your Honor. He's representing himself.
Let's go back on the record with Garner. What do you want to do, Mr. Garner? Do you want a trial date or you want an offer? Those are really your only two options.
Okay, since we are on the record, all I'm asking for is the
Okay, one last time. Now listen. here's how it's gonna go from this point on. If you don't answer the question that I asked specifically, then I'm gonna hold you in contempt of court, and we're gonna move from that point on, right?
So you're telling me,
Mr. Garner, we're
so
not
you're
gonna
telling
have
me
a
that the court is just going to
we're not gonna
violate
have
the
a
Constitution and the
conversation.
law.
Stop, sir. Stop, sir. Now, that's the last time I'm gonna ask you to.
And the law. Is that what I'm hearing?
All right.
I'm asking.
I'm gonna hold Mr. Garner in contempt of court. He is directly violating the court's order. I've asked him repeatedly to not interfere or add any extra commentary to this case. I've given him ample time to answer the court's question, and he continues to refuse to do so. So now I'm going to hold you in contempt, and I'm going to sentence you to 30 days Wayne County Jail, no early release.
So that means that the court is just going to violate my rights because I'm defending myself? Is that what I'm hearing?
30 days, Wayne County Jail, no early release. That'll give you some chance and some time to read up on your rights, okay? Fill out the contempt papers, Madam. So I'm gonna order you to turn yourself in today, Mr. Garner, to start that jail time, okay?
So I have a question.
I'm not answering any more of your questions. Turn yourself in to the Wayne County Jail today.
So the court is going to be in direct violation of my rights in the law. Is that where we're standing?
If that's how you feel. Have a good day, sir.
Now that's more like it. I honestly never see Judge Perkins hand out contempt charges, so it was actually kind of refreshing to see him finally do it, even if it was a little overdue. But seriously, this guy was straight up testing every limit possible, and he had it coming. Judge Perkins really had no choice but to remind him how things actually work in a courtroom. And honestly, I don't blame him one bit. Now, of course, the sovereign citizen is claiming the judge violated his rights, because that's the classic go-to move once they realize they've been backed into a corner. It's hilarious how they always play the rights violation card the second a judge pushes back on their nonsense. Like, dude, you're the one making a scene, don't blame the judge for your own meltdown. It's just wild how they think this stuff will fly, especially given how little actual legal knowledge they have. The judge isn't here for your rant about sovereign immunity or constitutional overreach or whatever buzzwords you picked up from a shady YouTube video. And honestly, that's exactly why this guy's ending up in even more trouble. I know people have mixed opinions on sovereign citizens, but like I said earlier, it's just so hard to understand where they are coming from. Who's even teaching them this stuff? And why do they still believe in it when it literally never works? Anyway, let me know your thoughts on this hearing down in the comments. I'm gonna wrap this one up here. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more content like this. I really appreciate you guys watching. Take care and I'll see you in the next one.